Hi friends, welcome to CDL. Today we will learn simple add-in, simple UI, how to create UI add-in in CA. Okay, so CATIA release you have installed in your system, you should install all CA installation, Red tool installation, and it should integrate with Microsoft Visual Studio. I'm using Microsoft Visual Studio 2012 here. Okay, so we'll start here. So how to create workspace? So let's go to file, open 3ds workspace. Once you open 3ds workspace, it will ask to location where you want to save your workspace. So give proper workspace name and your location wherever you want. So select tool level. So I have installed CATIA R27, so that's why it's showing B27. It's a red CA B27 installed in my system, so that's just click OK. Once you click open, that one error message window will open. Just ignore that, just close it. So just right click on CA practice. We should add here framework, new framework here, or we can do here first prerequisite. Okay, we'll set here prerequisite first. Okay, so for setting prerequisite, okay, select path wherever you installed your CATIA and your CA. Okay, so this is the start program for DLL. You can give scenic.exe. It will generate scenic.exe file in your location, or else you can simply ignore this. So this is the next option is there, local copy of prerequisite. So once you check that option, make copy of prerequisite file, so it will copy that prerequisite, whatever you selected that prerequisite, it will copy in your local system or in your default path, but we don't want that one, so I'll ignore. I'll just simply keep by default and just select that path, CA install directory path, and click OK. Once you click OK, so it will show one error. This command must be executed in workspace containing at least one framework. We don't have any framework created, so that's why it's showing here one error. Okay, so just close this one and add new framework. Okay, so right click on workspace and there is, you will get option there. Okay, so this is solution explorer. You see there is nothing, no framework added there. Go to workspace explorer, just right click on CA practice and just add new framework. Okay, so here whatever you want to give the name for framework, CA test framework. Suppose I want here, I'll give the name, suppose XYZ CA framework. So I currently am working on one organization which name is XYZ. Okay, so might be someone is working on uh, let's say TCS, TTL, or maybe HCL or LTTS. So they can use their prefix. Okay, so as per their standards. Okay, right now I'm working with my organization with the name of XYZ, so I'll give the name XYZ. So these are the types: test framework, education framework, and development framework. So keep by default whatever it will be there. We don't want to create any education framework or any test framework. So, and that subtype is implementation, interface, and ideal support. So we'll see that interface and ideal support later. As of now, just keep as it is, whatever the default, just finish it. Once you finished, you will get that one readmd file and one identity card will create it. Okay, so by default, two line of code it generated in XML file. You can expand this framework, you will get that identity card. Okay, so it got created. Okay, you see in CA practice there is one framework we recently added. Go to Solution Explorer and check that. Just expand those things, and under the framework you will get that identity card. You see that identity card option is there, one folder. Under that folder you will get identity card.xml. Okay, so there is private interface, protected interface, and public interface as well. Those folder will be created in your directory wherever you are saving your workspace, so there you will get these folders. In identity card you see that readme .md file, just ignore that, no need to do anything here in readme.md. Just we have to add requisite in our identity card, that's it. So okay, so here we'll add. Okay, before that I'll show you in workspace directory how folder structure will be created there. You see there one framework under the CA practice and one framework is there. So I'll double click and I'll open that framework. You see identity card under the identity card folder, you will get the two file identity card.xml and one readme.md. As I told you, we need only identity card. Okay. So these are the public interface, protected interface, and private interface. So as of now, we didn't add any interface. So that's why nothing is available. That those folder will be the empty. Okay. So I'll explain those things in next scenario once we added anything. Okay, this is a CAV5 and install config win64. Once you add that prerequisite, so at that time these two files will be generated. If you want to add any prerequisite in your identity card, just go to Workspace Explorer, right click and just build or edit ID card. Okay, so click on file, just click open, add children, just add one, click on prerequisite. Okay, so just click on prerequisite. Once you click, it will name. Suppose here I'll give the very basic prerequisite, that's the system. I'll add that one, and here it will ask the access specifier. So wherever you whatever you want, like public interface, public access specifier, or protected or private, you can give. I'll not go in deep. I'll not explain these things. What is public and protected? Obviously, CA developer should know this public and protected access specifier in C++. Okay, they must be learned in C++. Okay, so once it's added, just save it and close. So once you save, it will ask to reload this file, or it's do you want to reload it? So just yes to all, click on yes to all. So whatever you added, that it will be add that system prerequisite. Okay, you see that prerequisite name, system, access, public. So this is the syntax basically. So might some user, they will directly copy that line and they will add there, and some user might be they will go to build or edit ID card and they will add like this way. Okay. Okay, so someone might be, they will copy these lines. Okay, suppose next time if anyone wants to add any prerequisite, so they will not do the build or edit ID card. They'll simply copy paste and they'll simply add that prerequisite name. Okay, so might be a new developer when they started development and write code. At that time, might be he will face the issue because at the end of this line, for second line of code, so there will be the slash. Because of that, it will show the error, so make sure that slash should be deleted. Okay, so here we added only one framework as of now, so there will be the chance to multiple framework. We can add new framework here, but right now in our workspace, suppose I want only one framework, so I don't need that. So I'll right click on that framework and I'll add new module here. So just click on new module. So it will ask to give the name of that module. Okay, so you see that just provide a name whatever you want to create that model. For example, like I want to create my model for Addin and command class or maybe UI. So we can get, so there will be the model type. Okay, so diamond link, then there will be the model type, dynamic link library, executable, achieve, none. So basically we use only dynamic and this executable. So executable will help whenever user wants to create or developer wants to create any batch file. At that time, this will be the this module we have to select. That's .exe will be generated there, and if this dynamic link library means DLL will generate there. I'll add new model. I'll show you. For example, here we can take model name as a XYZ CA test add-in mod. Developer can create multiple module here, add-in, CMD, UI, interface, or multiple module he can add. So as per the requirement, so we should be create multiple module and it should be proper structure. Our code should be proper structure. So better to create separate module. So I'm creating here for adding another one. We'll see for next two more module for the adding and sorry for UI dialog and command class. Okay, so once you click on module creation. So this executable file, this .h file will be created, and you see this is the DLL import export, right? DS export, DSY import. So this is the DLL. Just ignore this file exported by your module name. It will show here. So just ignore and keep as it is, whatever it created by default, let it be. I selected that in protected. So you see that in protected interface, protected folder that .h file created. Okay, this is the module. So it created here. I'll show you. I'll add new more module here. I'll create XYZ CA test for dialog. I want to create module for let's see dialog, or we can say UI. Okay, these are the option I shown you, right? So in private, protected, and public, whatever you selected, so there the .h file DLL export import that .ds file, it will be generated that .h file in that folder. Okay, so second module I had it. Okay, so you see there is two .h files generated in a protected interface. So I'll add one more module for command class. So just right click on framework and add uh, new module there and give name XYZ. Okay, so I have added this three module under the single framework as adding module, CMD command class module, and dialog module. So let's see, just set as a startup project for adding module. We'll create Addin. Okay, so I just right click and add new atom here. Addin is nothing but like a representation of our command or toolbar in CATIA. So add, right click, add, and new item. Okay, for adding, just click on C++. Just click on C++ and click here component. So if you select a component, so adding class will be created. Okay, so I'll give name xyzca test adding. So okay, so here it will ask header exposition. So whatever you want to select, that private, public, protected. So I shown you, right? If you selected protected or private, so this .h file will go in under that folder. So if you select that um, local header exposition, so your .h file will be generated in local. I'll show you in our workspace how it where it will be created. So you see this module we created. If you select that public interface, so it will go in this public interface folder. If you select it protected, it will go to protected. If you select private, it will go to private. Okay, if you select local, then it will go to local interface under the module. Okay, so I hope you guys uh, uh, got clarity on where it will be created, that is file, and where it will be saved. Okay, there is two more option. The component is an implementation, and one more option. The component is an extension. Okay, so as of now, we don't have any extension, so I don't want to do any extension. We are doing freshly new implementation. So I'll come to here in encyclopedia help file. So I'll show you here. Go to tools, guides, and everything. Read carefully here. C++ coding rules and all, naming rule, naming pleasure, NLS file rule. So everything will available in tools and guide. So go one by one, read carefully. You will get. Here I don't want to create any extensions. I'll keep simply implementation, new implementation. So I don't have any existing interface here. So I'll simply uncheck, or I'll keep whatever is for default. So and default option is the uncheck. So I'll keep that one because I don't have any existing. I'll uncheck that one and I'll click on. So once you click next, so it will ask that tie otherness. Okay. So you see that by default that C++ interface, so it derived from cat base unknown. Okay. So this is the class, it's the parent class, and every interface should be derived from this cat base unknown. Okay. And this cat base unknown class is derived from I unknown. So here is the option boa and tie otherness. So we have to add here a tie object at interface. So tie is nothing but like suppose if you want to uh, create any add-in and in only part workbench, or in product assembly workbench, or in drafting workbench. So you should add that proper tie object at interface. Okay, so we'll add here and try the name. Just we have to click on plus sign. How suppose new developer, how he'll come to know which interface he has to add. So there is a way we can search in our encyclopedia which interface we want to add. Select C++ API, go to master index here, click on master index and just control F, and here simply search CATI AFR. So I know that CATI AFR general workspace workbench add-in, so I can easily find. But new developer, so might he is new in CA, so he don't know how to search those things and all. Suppose new developer he don't know, so simply he has to select or search add-in. So there will lot of help, lot of interface he will get. Just simply copy that interface wherever he want to create his command. Just select that interface and paste it there in Addin. I'll show you. See there are I say search adding. Okay. So sorry, spelling mistake. So ADDIN adding. You see CATI PRD workshop adding. So if you want visible, your adding should visible in product. So you can select that. If you want in part workbench, part workshop, so you just select CATI PRD workshop. You see a lot of search or option here. You can select wherever you want your tool should be visible, so you can select accordingly. Okay, so I'll simply select the cafe for general workspace adding. Okay, so application framework is the prerequisite. These things we have to add in our identity card. Okay, so and this is the module in iMac file. We should add this CATI application frame in our iMac file. Okay, I'll explain those things how to add in Mac and identity card. I already explained in identity card how we can add those things. Just build or edit ID card. We can do that way also. Now you know already, so just simply copy that application framework and just go and identity card and just uh, add the just maintain that syntax. That's it. Okay, so just select just paste here CATI AFR general workshop add-in, click OK and just finish it. Okay, so once you finish, one deco file will be generated. You see that deco file generated uh, mm, xyz CA test add-in, that class name CATI AFR workshop, that is the workbench, that interface name and lib file. Okay, so I'll show you in workspace folder how it generated. Under that one single framework, you see that Phoenix in code. Inside that code, you will get that file. Okay, under the code and dictionary, you see this deco file. In deco file, it contains details of implementation and interface. Okay, that nothing but class module name. Okay, you see these things already come once we select the tie object, that class name, interface name, and that library module name. Okay, so two more file will created, that .cpp and .h file, xyz ca test add-in cpp and xyz ca test add-in .h. Okay, I'll open this .cpp file under this, and we added our .h file in local. If I build this workspace, okay, so this is the build 3ds workspace, and that one U and G, that just simply select that second option, build workspace. Okay, I build here workspace. You see there is error.
Okay, right now we are facing a lot of error. So some intelligence error also it's showing. So just click on right click and uncheck this intelligence. You will get the original error only. So just go to output file and search where it from where it coming. So you see that tie object we added, but we didn't add that framework. So that's why it's showing fatal error. So we have to add those things. framework under the we have to add that prerequisite framework in our identity card, and we have to add that module name in our IMAC file. Okay, so let's go to our encyclopedia, just copy application frame and go to our identity card, just cut and paste there, copy that line and paste, just add that name, application framework. Okay, and also just add our module name. Okay, save it and go to copy this one and copy that CAT application frame module name and go to our IMAC file and add here. There you will get the link with is equal to $wizard link. Okay, so I'll add there because this is the shared library. Okay, so we need to add our module name here, everything. Okay, so I'll add slash means that is the end of line. We'll get new line. Just I'll add CAD application framework and I'll close that line as well, slash. Okay, so can build now and we can try once again. So let's build. Okay, if you right click on your framework, if you right click on your workspace, you will get here build workspace. Just right click on that and build. You will get, now this time will face different error. So those error regarding that create command and create toolbar. So let's go to output window and search. Okay, you see that create command and create toolbar. We have to add those, we have to declare and define those command in our .h and .cpp file in Addin. So that time only that component will be work properly. So let's go to encyclopedia. Before that, I want to show you that how we have to use. Suppose, for example, like newcomer, they don't know anything, how to search and all. So I'll help you. We got one error, create command. I just click on find and replace and just type there create command and check. You can check with choose search folder where you want to search. So I'll select that is CATIA and CA install directory. I'll click OK. After click OK, if you want to add some filter like if you want to add some .ch file or .h file or .cpp file, so that time you can apply filter over here. So I want like .cpp file only, so I'll add asterisk .cpp hashtag. Okay, if you want .h as well, add .h. So like this you can search which file is useful for you. So we found here one CATIA for general workspace Addin. So in this install I have the tie object CATIA for workshop Addin. So we have the same one here. Okay, so we have to take here reference from this, but here they did the extension as a data extension from this class, but we don't have any extension. We have only implementation. This is the freshly new implementation. That's okay. So come to the help file and the thing in CAD command, the create command and tools in my .h file, adding .h file. Okay, so okay, I will search here in index, master index, control F, and I will search create command here in workbench add. So why I want this one, because we have to add for a prerequisite framework as well as our module. So that's why I search here, and I'll copy this framework. I think we already added those on control alt F1. So one help will open in our Visual Studio. Okay, so copy this one, add, and you have to add this .h as well. So let's go one by one. Okay. Okay, so here we will add. Here you see one more keyword we added, CAD CMD container. For that container, we have to add our class CAD CMD container. And once we add our CAD CMD container class, it will allow to use that container keyword. So it will not show any error here. Okay. We are just comparing our help file and whichever we are implementing, those file we are comparing, and we have to do the same changes. Okay. As per requirement, you can modify even. So let's go to .cpp file and check what they added newly. CATIA workbench adding is they added. Okay, we'll see here CATIA workbench adding. Did they add? They didn't add, so they simply add that CAD create workshop header. So the same thing we have to add. We'll copy those things and we will add in our .cp file as. Okay, so you see that in our help file they added some macro. What is that macro? Declare header. So we have to declare those things. We have to copy and we have to add the same thing in our .cpp. So this is for only new fresh developer because they don't know how to add those things. We added here cat command header .h and mac declare. We have to add our header where whatever you want to create that header name, you can just type xyz CA text header. So just mention that header name there, and we have to create our header ID. So go to help file, just copy this function CAD create command and go to paste in our .cpp file. Just close properly. Sorry, copy create command function and first line and paste there, and just take whatever we created, our framework name, change class name, our header name as well, because our header is different one. So here type header ID, which header ID you want to mention. So I suppose I want to add a CAA line header. So you can change. This is the module name. Basically this is the command module name, can say, and that is the command class name. So I'll give the command class name as well. Right now we didn't create any command class, but I will add here, so compiler will imagine, so there will be one command class. I'll keep both names same right now, so we'll create new class. command. Let's go. So again, just copy, create toolbar function, and first 4 line you can copy. Here is the new access and all. It will give the new access to create one toolbar. So just change our function, our class name, and this is the macro new access. It will give the access to create a toolbar. This is the one create command container. Just change this header ID as well. So this is the object we created for cat command. I'll show you the same thing. So one more line we need for our visibility. Our toolbar should visible or not. So it will decide here. If you provide here as a 1, then our toolbar will be visible at right side. If -1 means it's invisible. Okay. So this is our CAD CMD container object, we can say it. Okay, one more thing. So our return type is CAD CMD container, so it should return that object. So just return and return that object. Okay. Close function. Build it. But how it's running once we build, I'll show you that shortcut. So no need to go again and again that refresh on time. So go to tools and options. Here you will get 3D experience. There you will get one option, that compilation. Just check that box, update runtime view after compilation. Okay, so come to the next point. We will run our code. So now we are getting one error. So this is system cannot. Local window, build, debug, and you will get you see that Addin is created now. Okay, so again one more thing, we created Addin but want to apply an icon, and we want to add we want to see here tool help as well. So how we'll get, I'll show you that one. So for that we have to create .nls file and .resource file, RSC file. So I'll go this file, whichever our help file, I'll go this path, and I'll go in CNX there, and I'll just copy those things wherever it will be available. Okay, so CNX resources, I'll copy completely resource folder and go to our workspace folder directory and just paste there. In framework, in CNX, just paste here. Okay, resources. So you have to modify here, you have to delete. Here will be the lot of icon. So whichever you will be comfortable, you can put, or remaining you can delete. So I want to create here line, so I will keep one line image, PMP image, and other I will delete. So again, I have to go to message catalog. There I see lot of NLS and RSS, CAT RSC file. So I'll delete remaining, and I need only 2 files. So I'll keep those things, and I will uh, change that name as well. File name, I'll put that adding name same. So let's see. Let's refresh again. Solution. You will see our file and add all to solution. In Solution Explorer, you will get that folder structure and you will get everything. You see that line BMP file as well, and in message catalog, you see that add-in file has. Okay, so you have to remove this data because this is unnecessary data. We don't want this one. We have to add our header ID and all. So you have to just remove these things. I will remove and I will keep whichever I need. So that title, short help, long help. So I need that one. Those I will delete. Same thing for a cat RSC file. Only one single line. It's enough for me to add icon. So let's see. So here they added things like they given their header name. So I'll give the same my header ID. So I'll give the header name. And same for header ID, I have to mention in .nls file, then only it will check. So I'll paste there and remove that first line. I don't need these things. So here also the same thing. I'll copy from NLS itself, header and header ID, and I'll paste here as well in .cat RC file. I'll put the same name cat line. Okay, the name is different, so I'll put same name here. I underscore CA line. Okay. Okay, so I want title should like test line command, and short help something select line command. I want that help should be as a tooltip and it should show in our CATIA. So how it looks like, I'll show you that one. Okay, just change help, short help, long help. Okay, so close line. You have to mention semicolon because it's showing again error for C++. Everything we mentioned. Now we have to make sure one more time. Let's see first build how it looks like. Just save all and build. Now you did some modification in cat RSC file and cat NLS file, so you have to do refresh runtime view. So in our case, we did we checked that option, so we don't need to do go and refresh runtime view. Once we build, everything will happen. So now we have to click. We have to run our workspace. We have to run our application. Once CATIA will open, it will show our Addin toolbar. So I see there is no changes. So we have to go to our stop debugging and we have to go to our workspace and just change that name. And instead of our Addin name, we have to give the header name like XYZCA header test header. So we have to give the header name there. Just paste and just refresh. Now save and keep it. So now you see that icon it created, and you will get help. So once you move that mouse there, you will see that help it's triggering, right in left bottom corner also it's showing that help, right? So that highlighted. Okay, so whatever. So here what you given the name for, so I given here name line underscore command, so it will visible there. Just right click and that command name will be visible. So that's it as of now. So thank you very much. Alright.